Hello, everyone. Let's just wait a couple minutes, make sure everybody's hopping on. So great to see all of you today. Let me know you can hear me and see me. All right. So it's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. Whew. So it's a little rainy outside, but at least the snow is missing us this time, and it's not interrupting our Thursday night video with you here. So I'm here in the shop by myself tonight, so I'll do my best to keep my eye on the comments and make sure that things are flowing well. If something's awry, make sure to comment and hopefully I see it. Also, if it ends up going crazy, what we'll do is that I'll be able to record it and post it after, as well as if I miss any of your comments, I'll go through after and make sure that they are answered. How does that sound? All right, so we have so many exciting things to show you. And I've been posting a little bit more to social media to be able to share some of those new things with you. That's our mission moving into the next part of this year, is that I do a better job in letting you know about all the amazing stuff that's coming in store, whether it's through Facebook or through email or through our website. So I sent out an email today and shared with you that we have been updating consistently the front of our website every week so that those bubbles show you the new collections that are coming in. And as these great new fabrics are coming in, we also continue to put stuff on clearance. You know, stuff that's been here too long just naturally needs to move its way out. So super exciting that we have so many great things to share with you. And by putting more stuff in that sale room, it also helps you save a couple dollars while you pick up your quilt backs, or if you have some charity projects that you're working on. I wanted to thank all of you for those of you who have dropped off Books Ahead bags in February. I don't know if I told you, but we collected 100 bags. That is fantastic. So 100 Books Ahead bags so far. Our next pickup day is going to be Saturday, March 24th. So keep working on those bags, and then Linda will be coming in at the end of March to pick up some more for us. So I'm just really excited that we're able to help her organization meet their goal with those great bags. And it's a great way to use some fabric up. All right, so now that everyone has joined us here, let me make our little ticker on the bottom go away. And I think it is time to show you our first fabric line that we have today. So we have a brand new fabric line in the store, just got it in, and it is Bliss by Three Sisters. And it is such a beautiful, beautiful fabric line. So it's timeless. It blends with all of your spring Three Sisters lines that you've had from days gone by. Let's take a peek at the fabrics. I'll show you the pre-cuts that we have in store, and then we'll also look at some inspiration that I've gathered for you from the Moda website, as well as be able to show you a couple things that we have in store. Let's peek overhead. Okay, so you can see here that we have these gorgeous fabrics. We have all of the fabrics. It is 38 fabrics in store on in the pack as well as on the bolt. Let me make sure I get in screen here so you can see all the glorious pieces. So it is this taupey gray with the beautiful rose and a little bit of blue. This color of the rose is just so gorgeous, and I'll be able to show you how it goes backwards with some other previous lines. Light pink here, blue, as I'm putting these out, I'm seeing that some of you got my email, which is great, and maybe a couple of you didn't. And if you didn't get my email, send me a message and just let me know that you need to be added to our email list. Okay. I also included, you know what, probably the better way is that I also included on our Facebook page a copy of the email, and then you can just subscribe right from there. And that way I don't miss anything. Let me make this go away so that you can see all of it. And you know who we are. There we go. So Robin says that they look familiar, and indeed they look familiar because this is just a classic, classic look for Moda. And if we open up one of the signature pieces here, you can see the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fabric. And one of the things that I love, love, love about our Three Sisters fabrics are that they take advantage of all the screens. So we don't see here the dots, but they take advantage of multiple layers of all the different screens so that you have the most detailed fabric to be able to work with. It has a gorgeous hand and is just beautiful. So we have the fat quarter stack, which is 117. We have a half yard stack of the whole line of all 38 pieces here, and that is 234. And then we also have the jelly rolls, charms, layers, and I also have put together a fat stack, a 12 pack of them, because the 12 packs are great for being able to do different things with them. So I'm putting a link here in the comments for if you had wanted to have an easy shopping link for that. It's also on the front page of our website. Let me just scoot this away so that I can share with you the fat stack that we put together. So the fat stack is 12 fat quarters and is a great project starter. 12 fat quarters, 3 yards of fabric. That is also the yardage equivalent of a layer cake or jelly roll. And the thing that I like about using the tighter selection when you're working on a quilt of just the 12 fabrics, I mean, of course I love all the fabrics, but sometimes you want a tighter collection. And when you're working with the 12, it can also be nice because like these here, these are great backgrounds, but if you are counting on them to create contrast in your blocks, sometimes they get lost, and I also will show you what that looks like because I have a sample to show you of that. So the fat stack that we put together, and this fat stack is $39. This is a regular price fat stack. And you can see the beautiful colors that we have so that you can just go ahead and add the background of your choice. We had shared with you our 12-pack pattern of the month last week, and I still have copies of that. I'm just going to quick grab it to share it with you. So it is something that you pick up in store, or if you are ordering a fat stack, I would love to be able to include that in your order. If I somehow missed it in your order, just let me know and I'll make sure it gets out to you. So this is a 12-pack pattern here, and it is printed in grayscale or sometimes blue scale, and it is using 12 fat quarters and a background, sometimes a border binding. And you can see here how you'd want to pair it with a light fabric, and so then all of these would just sing and work together. Okay, so you can use it with those, you can use it with other Three Sisters backgrounds. It also works particularly well with many, many, many of the backgrounds from Mix It Up. So that Moda, they know what they're doing when they have everything play together. Sometimes I call some of the fabric lines that Moda does, I call it like granimals. So I don't know if you remember back in the day when there were those great kids fabric lines. I don't know if they do it anymore, but you just like matched the animals to go together, and then like you knew that all the colors went together. So Moda does a really fabulous job of having things, and there's an old saying with the Moda fabric saying Moda goes with Moda, and so this is just an example of that. So let me share with you a little bit of inspiration that we have in the store. So I don't know if you remember, but when we had been doing the Block Bonanza, we had shared that with you. I had a quilt sampler that Mary Seelan had put together and shared with us. And so this is the last week that we have it here for you in the store, and I just wanted to share it with you. So this is a previous Three Sisters line of the spring florals. And you can see here how the colors go together. So isn't this gorgeous, 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 gorgeous? I'm going to bring it up close to show you in case if you have a stash of Three Sisters florals from their springtime. I'm going to show you overhead how things work together. So let's look overhead here. Okay, so this is one of the previous collections, and you can see how gorgeous everything works, okay? So this particular gray is a little less taupey than this gray, but it still plays. The pinks totally hit. This is a little lighter, but it really, really works. The blues, a little less green, but definitely work with that. And so they really just all play together. We had a one of the pieces that we shared a while ago. So this is a little bit more of a vintage piece. I don't recall the exact line it was from. This is from a book that's no longer in print called 12-Pack Quilts by me and my sister, Barb and Mary of Me and My Sister. And I know many, many of you have it. So this one here, this is the hearts. This is one of my favorite quilts here. But one of the things that I want to share, and remember I told you that in my 12-pack there, I made sure that there were no lights. Well, if you look here, I included some lights, and as you see it, there are some heart blocks that kind of disappear. And so that's super shabby chic-y, but maybe you don't want your block to disappear. Maybe you want to see all of your hearts. And so for that reason, I had made sure that all of the fabrics in this particular collection that are 12-pack were all darker colors so that they wouldn't fade into the background when you paired it with a background. So love, love, love it. I hope you do too. I shared the link. I know this line isn't going to last long. And well, what can you do with it? I found some inspiration from the Moda website that I am going to share with you. And I'm just going to share my screen here. Let me make sure that I have it up. And the great thing that I like about the Moda website is that there are so many different free pattern options. And sometimes free patterns aren't always the best because you don't know if they're tested and that sort of thing. Oftentimes, those free patterns on the Moda website have been thoroughly tested because they're included in their box kits or things. So it's really nice to know that they're tried and true and they aren't just put up there, but they have been made multiple times. All right, let me see if I can find this to share with you. And here we go. Share. Haha, technology's working today. So I have a list that I'm putting in the comments that has a bunch of different free patterns for you. This one here, this is Rue 1800, and we had worked with this, oh goodness, a couple years ago, and this also is a pattern that we have. We do have some really nice printouts that we have available that we had purchased from Moda, so those project sheets are available for $1 each in the store. I think we have a handful of those still available in the sale room. So that's really fun. Another one that we have is from the porcelain line. Let me share that with you. That one's popping up. It might take a minute for it to come up. There we go. So this one you can see has a little bit different shape. And it is from the porcelain line. I think my screen's going to lag too much for me to show you all of them. I do want to show you one more that is a little bit less intense if you want something a little simpler. So this is a more vintage one. It is called Papillon by Three Sisters. And it has a bunch of half square triangles, and you can see that the half square triangles, I don't think you can see my mouse move, but the way that the darker fabrics are positioned in those half square triangles, it has that alternate design happening where you have the focal point in the upper right of the quilt, and then you have radiating diamond lines all the way out. So pretty fun, and lots of inspiration to be able to look at them. So at your leisure, peruse through those different things, and all of them can be found on the free pattern site of Moda Fabrics. Okay, so those were super fun. Let me scoot these out of the way. And does anyone have any questions while I'm moving these? Let me know. I don't have Frank to ferry all the fabric away today, so we'll just have to make small talk while I move it. Okay. Now, we have, what else should we look at now? We have so much to see. I'm going to go down my notes here. So the next thing I want to show you, this one isn't new, but I do want to share it with you because it is very time sensitive. All right, so how many of you have your brackets set for March Madness? I didn't even know that the brackets had to be sent by this morning. Apparently it's all going on right now. So, for all parties that you have tomorrow, we have your Marquette fabric for you. So Marquette is in the March Madness, yay. And we put together a little collection that has some basketball prints and the Marquette logo fabric as well. So I know you all want to make sure that you are set for your March Madness party. while I can't ship it to you in time, you can come and pick it up early tomorrow morning, and then we will be able to zip those out. So that is there. Oh, Barb has asked, she asked a question, are the book bag measurements on the site? And I know that Lisa was working on a document in addition to the photo of the instructions that Linda had put in our Patchworks party. So Barb, after the show, if you can't find it, well, I'll just make sure that you have access to those, okay? So that is where that is. With our March Madness fabrics here, let's just take a peek overhead so that you can see the gorgeous stuff. We have the logo fabric, and I paired it with 2 great solids. And then we have some basketball prints. Hoo, hoo, hoo. So in these basketball prints here, some of them are from the sale room, but it's our basketball collection. So I wanted to make sure that they were all in the collection there. So you should see that link there. And because our Bucks are also doing well, I just want to remind you that we do have Bucks logo fabric. It's not part of the March Madness, but we do have this. It's not going to last long. And we'll be looking at having a Bucks project together for the playoffs so that's going to be pretty soon, but we've been talking about what we can do special for them. And Cindy asked what fabric is right across from the cash register, and that is the new Gingerbur fabric. It is Meadowmere, and I'm just going to quick pop and see. I believe it's in the top line of our new arrivals. You have to scroll just a titch to the right, and it is Meadowmere, and that has the gold. Lots of great things. So as you are looking at our website, you'll want to make sure that you scroll to the right on that top level with all the little dots, because then you can see several weeks of new arrivals. Okay, so speaking of gold fabric, I think this is a good tie-in because I didn't show you right at the top of the show, I didn't show you our bundle of the week. So the bundle of the week was inspired by a different gold fabric. I was walking around the store, and I think Carol and Christine were in the store as I was picking out the bundle, or starting to, and I was walking around and I said, Carol, I said, what am I inspired with this week? And so she was pulling different things, and I'm like, I'm not sure. But then I saw this, and I thought, oh my goodness, this Charlie Harper fabric I think would be a fabulous inspiration. And we don't do a lot with the Charlie Harper, and we just have a few of pieces, but I think they are super cool. So these 2 pieces here have a little more gold in them and are very contemporary and modern and on trend. And I just thought, well, this color gold was going to be my inspiration for this week. So drum roll, please. We have our bundle of the week, and it is gold and cream and charcoal. So we used some Midnight in the Garden. This is some Songbird from Gingerbur, some grunge. Really tight palette here. We include some Robin Pickens, some thatched. And you can see here how the Charlie Harper goes with it. Okay, so this is my inspiration. It might be a little bit loose of an inspiration. I didn't put any of these other colors in, but it is just so fun. Put the link in for our bundle of the week. And Frank also wanted me to share with you, he reminded me to tell you that if you were looking for the bundle of the week and you were just typing things in, it is code 313005. 313005. I will put the bundle of the week bubble back up on the website right after we are done. I just did not put it before we were done because I wanted to make sure that you'd watch. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this alternate piece, and it hits the darker yellow in there as well. And I love the robins, and I just have to say, so I love robins. In my kitchen, I actually have a painting of robins, a robin that was in my mom's kitchen, and so that's hanging in my kitchen now. And it's super, super cool because over the weekend, a flock of robin came to the store, and we have a tree outside with berries, and the berries, they make such a mess, and we always complain and whatever about, you know, the messy berries that are sitting in the parking lot. But it's so, so cool because there have been all these robins just feasting on the berries that have been on the trees. And as we've been going out, they've been talking to us, and it's just been a lot of fun. And so I guess I was also thinking about the birds, which then led me to the Charlie Harper, which then led me to this particular bundle of the week. So thank you for indulging me and letting me share my story about the birds. Now, I said this was from Midnight in the Garden, and I want to share with you that Midnight in the Garden has been moved to the clearance room. So nothing wrong at all with this fabric. It is so beautiful and gorgeous. Some of the key pieces are missing, and I bought a lot of it, and so it's time for it to find a new home. So now our overbuying is your benefit here. Let me put the link up to that collection, and then I'm going to show you some super special deals that we have with that. Just going to copy that link here. Oh, and Deb said that she saw the robins when she had come to the store yesterday, and Ginny chimes in, she thinks about my mom a lot too. Okay, so Midnight in the Garden, let's take a peek and see what great things we have to share. So we have some bonus items that I'm going to share with you that are going to be shown in the bundle of the week section that I put right up on the front of the website there, but right now I just put it in the link, and it is in the clearance section as well as the Midnight in the Garden section. So I have one half-yard tower, and our towers and kits are 30% off, and then the yardage that's left is $8.99 a yard. So the bundle, let's look overhead. So we have the full collection. This is 27 fabrics. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I have the fat quarters, 27 fabrics. I have 2 layer cakes. And then I have, oops, I knocked you. Are you still there? I didn't fall. I just knocked the camera. I'm still here. And then we have 4 kits. Okay, so, all right. So these are super gorgeous, super fun. And let me quick get you pricing on that. So I had said I shared that link with you. Let me just pull that link up so that I can tell you pricing. And maybe. Okay, so our half yard bundle, we have one left. It is $119.99. The kit, regularly $159.99, is only $99.99. I have 4 left. The fat quarter tower is $59.99. It's regularly $87.75. And we have 2 layer cakes left, regularly $44.99, $31.49. So you'll want to scoop those up before they go. Oh, Diane just bought the apples. Yes, she spied them on the website from the clearance department. So good job. You scooped them up. So then in order to get the apples, you're going to want to get them in the bundle. All right. We also, I've been talking about new fabric. So what else have we gotten? Well, we have received some canvas that we've been waiting on. So earlier in the year, we got the Biani, we got hardware, zippers, patterns, soft and stable, other stabilizer. We've gotten a little bit of other hardware and a little bit of other patterns. And our polyester thread cabinet I showed you a couple weeks ago, that is up. I need to make sure that all the threads are on the website. So if you are afar, that you can purchase them by mail, or if you just wanted to see what colors we have, that you can also pre-shop that as well. So now we have some canvas to go with. I think we only had like 5 pieces of canvas before. So we have some Think ink from Zen Chic that came in that has some really cool panels that I'm going to show you. And then we also today received some Tim Holtz Embark cotton canvas. So let's take a peek overhead. I'm just going to make sure that we can still see. I know I knocked everything out of the way here. All right, so I think we can see it here. So this is the Mochi linen from Moda, and it is by Zen Chic. It is speckled like a muslin background here with black line art and a little bit of gold metallic as an accent. So very beautiful. So we have positive and negative in 4 different patterns. Each of the patterns probably has a fancy name. And the other fun thing about this is that even the canvas has a really cool selvage. So a bit of ink may make a million think. Love it. So these are little dots here and a little speck of metallic as well. Few more. Love this. And you know, this also goes really well. We have a few years ago that Zen Chic had a Christmas line called Chill, and we still have a few pieces of the black and white, I think the Advent calendar pockets, and I think there could be some really fun combination of the canvas and those pockets. And then we have some confetti. And this has a little bit more bold metallic in here. But it's a really nice hand and would be great for bags. future thinking with our canvas. We also have some Noodlehead on hand, or not on hand, on order. And we've been ordering some other basic linens and canvases to help complement the whole collection. So now let's look at the panels. So the panels are 24-inch repeat. We did cut to bag them, and I think they are adorable, adorable. So do not worry, be happy, unplugged, be the rainbow in someone's cloud, smile. I am not lazy. I am on energy saving mode. That was my computer last night. I was working on my computer and it just went into power saving mode because I didn't have my cord at home. Oh, don't you hate that when that happens? These are, I should have that in front of me, but I don't. Let me check what the price is for these. So the panel, the 24-inch repeat panel is $9.99 for the 24-inch panel, and the canvas is $14.96 a yard. The second panel, it's a little bit different, but very similar. So a little bit different from the other prints. So the prints were true positive negatives. These are two different unique. So if you want all the combinations, you will have to get both panels. And this has a little bit more gold in it, which I love. Life is better with friends. Create your own sunshine. Do more of what makes you happy. Good mood. Good food equals good mood. So what can you do with these panels? You can make a quilt. You could, because you could have a sturdier quilt cover that would just be very durable. You could make bags, you could make pillows. So what you can really do is just chop these up and turn them into little pillows. Now, something that I loved, and I have to show you how to do it, but I just saw it on social media this afternoon, was taking batting scraps to make your own pillow forms. You know, we sell the pillow forms here in the store, but sometimes we have leftover batting. So I'm going to have to put one of those together and show you because that was just a really fabulous idea. So if you were making bags with this, Lisa and Karen and Heidi pulled some things together to show me how I can help you with putting these together, and some different inspiration here. So they showed me, could be fun because you could use the panels in project bags and tools of the trade. And when you're working with these, you're going to want zippers and a couple of extra doodads. So with the zippers, you could absolutely use the molded nylon plastic that we use with the Bayani, which has the colors, or we could use the Sally Tomato more elegant zippers here. So we have it in the number 5 and number 9 nylon, and so these are the metal looking zippers that are really nylon. The pulls are metal though, and so this is antique gold that would go fabulously well with those. If you had wanted to do the more traditional, I had pulled over, I called it champagne, but I'm sure that's not the real color. Let me see what the real color name is. This is natural. I like champagne better. I think we should call her and say, Annie, let's change it. Let's call it champagne instead. So the mesh, zipper, and fold over elastic would go really well with it. And then we do have the clear vinyl as well if you're going to be doing any of these pouches. Okay. All of those are in store and online. Lots of fun inspiration there. And I see a couple of you chimed in and said that you love the Zen Chic and you think it's great. The other canvas that we have is the Embark by Tim Holtz. So what they did is that they went to his foundations line, and Tim doesn't come out with a ton of new designs. If you follow him in scrapbooking and things, he works with his art. He loves a lot of collage-y things. And in the quilting world, he has basic fabrics that he just wants you to work with and embellish. But he's not one of the designers that comes out with new stuff all the time, because he just wants to give you a toolbox to keep building and layering and working. And so what Free Spirit did is that they came up with some of his best-selling designs and put them on this cotton canvas. And this is the first in the series. We ordered all 6. He has some other substrates coming later in the year. We did order those as well, so that is super exciting. This canvas is a little bit lighter weight. It is a cotton canvas, and I love how it has that same collage-y feel. This could be super cool for not only your bags and things like that, but it also could be cool if you were going to do things like cover a lightweight cover for a footstool, or if you wanted to cover a cork board or something for some different home deck items. Let's look overhead at these. And this is, let me grab the link for these. I might not have the link for us. That's all right, you can find it. I'm sure you can. All right, so we have that one. Then we have this one here with the old-fashioned street signs, nice text. This one here, this map. Oh my goodness, this I think is my favorite one of all. And we have several of these currently on regular cotton as well. And a few of these in wide back. So if you love Tim Holtz and you're looking for different prints, just know that we do have a bunch of his stuff. And we did get that new Cracked Shadow, that 12-piece collection. This one's a little bit more saturated, a little bit more painterly and feminine. And then I love some cancellation stamps. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that is our Embark canvas. We have that in store and online. Yardage for that, $16.99 a yard. Don't worry, we are going to continue all of our beautiful quilting cottons. I just know that many of you are spreading your wings and sewing more things, and so as you're sewing, you need different types of fabrics that maybe are a little stronger. And then the super exciting thing is that we are seeing a lot of new sewers come into the community, and we want to make sure that we can help them transition into the quilting world. Just kind of like I say, scrapbooking is kind of one of the gateway crafts to quilting. Some of these home deck type sewing ways are also kind of that gateway into quilting. So lots of really amazing things to be able to play with. So as we were talking all sorts of new fabric, it was super exciting. I got to meet with my Moda rep today and look at some really fabulous new fabrics that are going to be coming in September and October. And I love one of the things that I get to do is, so with Moda, they send us these little boxes ahead of time that I get to look at the catalog, to see all sorts of things. These catalogs are also available online. I think pretty much all of the manufacturers have them online. If there's any kits or bundles that you would like, let me know, because what they've done is that they allow me to order individuals of certain pre-cuts and kits. So even if we're not getting the fabric in store, I'm able to special order for you. And so the cutoff for that would be the end of April for that. So be excited to learn about a lot new stuff there. Okay. I got another really fun tease thing in the mail this week, and that is an early bundle of Everglow by Tula Pink. Isn't that exciting? It is super exciting. Let me quick show you here. So this is our preview here. We are going to be getting this particular fabric early April. And so we have lots and lots and lots of it on order coming in. And this is going to be, most of it is a basic that moves forward. So it's going to work well with future collections, including Nightshade. As I am fanning these out, Jean asked, how wide are those canvases that I'm bringing in? And they are 45-inch wide goods. So if you come into the store, I will be so happy to let you touch and hold the fabric. It just has to stay with me. This is that super bright, super saturated neon. Really fun. And she's been fooling us with, not fooling us, but she's been introducing us to the neons along the way. If you look at some of the tiny dot and tiny stripe, you see those. Look at that lion. Super exciting. Ooh, Barb's jealous that we get to touch it early. Help build some excitement. So the animals are going to be the part that aren't going to last forever. Of course, nothing lasts forever, but the palms, the fairy flake, and the tent stripes are going to be the part that lives on. And we got, I don't know if you remember seeing social media from Tula when she had introduced these, and she had shared some stuffed animals from the Funky Friends factory. So we had brought in Beginner Bear Ben. That has gone over very, very popularly. So we will be bringing in the other coordinating Funky Friends stuffed animals that Tula was showcasing with this. Super, super fun, very vibrant. Clearly not for everyone, but it is super fun and super exciting. And seriously, how many times do you see fabric with a hippopotamus and a butterfly on the hippopotamus nose? I mean, my goodness, that is just so exciting. So super excited about that, and that's going to be coming. And as I was saying, the Tiny Dots has the metallic already in it. So she was testing out that. We are getting in all of the threads, Aurifil threads that go along with the Everglow collection. So we have all 3 collections coming in, the neons only, and then the small assortment as well as the large assortment. And we do have the new Fairy Flake in Frolic Fairy Dust in Frolic. We are waiting for the purple, which is not called purple, but it's that other one. And then in April, we will be receiving the white, okay? And I also got in some calls asking about the new wide backs. Yes, we are getting all of Tula's new wide backs. And the cool thing about those wide backs are that they're going to be reorderable. So they're a little bit more classic and basic. And then they're going to be reorder, which is super nice. We still have a nice selection of previous wide backs, but it's nice to be able to have some that we can count on moving forward. So as I said, if you had any, if you had wanted to see and touch this up close, please, we invite you to come on in, and we will be putting together bundles of the whole collection, just of the basics, as well as just of the animals. If you have a custom kit request that you would like, please let us know. We are more than happy to cut to order, knowing that you're waiting on it, as well as if you have custom yardage orders, please make sure to forward those ahead of time, because we'd be more than happy to make sure that they are all cut and ready and waiting for you. We have more good things to show you tonight. Super exciting. So we're going to show you our next installment of Glimmer and Gleam, but I was on my way back here. So we're going to look at what's back here, and then we'll close out the night with our Glimmer and Gleam. So I am super excited. We had Jackie, who's been making a whole bunch of really amazing things and sharing with us. She shared some new Biani bags that she made, and she was using the Robin Pickens Pansies Posy fabric, which we have in stock and super, super beautiful. Let me show you that fabric overhead. So we have, I mean, who doesn't love purple and green, right? So pretty. And she put together a couple new combinations of things. And so if you love any of these, you'll be able to make them just like Jackie. We are going to be getting in Robin Pickens' next line, which is due to ship in April. So she made an In Control bag, and an In Control bag is a really nice little sturdy bag here that stands up super nice, and you can tuck in different things. Sturdy caddy with a small footprint, lots of exterior pockets, expanding interior dividers, comfy padded handles, and you can control the clutter on your desk. You could put in your remote control, so this could be like this little thing right here. This could be by the television organizer. Really nice, no zipper on it. And on the bottom here, can you see my little finger pointing out? So it's not a pocket, it's a pleated band to be able to help hold everything. So that's a little bit easier on the construction rather than having it connected everywhere. And then there is a bottom in it. This particular bottom is with just a piece of poster board. We do carry all of the Biani base stabilizers, and I think we have everything in stock. I know, and if there's not a size that we have in stock that you need, just let us know. So that one is right there. And then She also made for us the open wide in 2 sizes. Super fun. I'm going to look at that, actually in 3 sizes. I misspoke, not just in 2. Let's look ahead of us. So we have the teeny tiny, we have the medium, and then we have the large. Super fun. And so that pattern right here has all 3 sizes just in the one pack, which is super cool. And remember, whenever you get any of these patterns, it also includes the tutorial direct from Annie to be able to watch how she puts it together. Always an excellent value. So it says $5 add-on video included. The video is $5. So if you didn't buy the pattern, you could buy the video. But when you buy the pattern, you have the code to get it included. So that's, if there's any confusion, there's no extra cost to be able to see it after you bought the pattern. I just have stuff everywhere. So we are going to talk just a little bit about Glimmer and Gleam before we close up tonight. I would like to thank you all for tuning in. I should also make a separate post about our Glimmer and Gleam, since I know we're at the end of our program, and some of you want to be able to just focus a little bit more on just the Glimmer and Gleam. So Sarah Maxwell, who is the designer of the Glimmer and Gleam pattern, she has posted a blog post on segment number 2, and Heidi has gone ahead and completed segment number 2 for us, which is super cool. Let's just take a peek at the project as well as an update on the kits. So if you already have your Glimmer and Gleam kits, yay! We have the pattern available separately. We have kits of all of the beautiful colors together in the original way. We are currently out of the background, so we aren't able to put together exactly the same kit. However, if you would like us to substitute a background, this is just a white grunge. So if we use one of the other white grunges, or if you want to use solid white or a different white altogether, we would be more than happy to do it. Or maybe you want to go dark. We've had a few customers who have chosen gray or black as their background instead, and that is a super stunning choice. So just let us know. And then I also know that a few of you are working on a completely different version of Glimmer and Gleam, including some of the very favorite fabrics that you have in your stash or you bought new for it. So I cannot wait to see those, because I know some of you are working ahead on it, and I'm super excited to see them. So let's take a peek at some blocks. So if you are new to the pattern, remember that her original pattern directions are for exact precision piecing, right? So she does 7/8 of an inch for cutting instead of rounding up to the inch and then cutting down when you're working with half square triangles. So we were making some checkerboards for our borders, little 4 patches. We made some fillers, so every month we're making some of the border, some of the filler, and some of the insides. And this is just really fun because it is a multi-sized, an irregular grid sampler quilt. So not everything goes block, 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 block. You have the fillers and such. So you have different scale of the same block, and these are half square triangles and then flying geese, but they have 2 different corners. You could also make the outside as half square triangles, but you'd have a little bit extra bulk, so it is smoother when you make it as a flying goose. So you have the small, the middle, the large, and the jumbo. And if you've never made a large half square triangle like that, sometimes you think that making them super big would be super, super easy. And I would say that the super big is just as challenging as making a super small. So the mid-sized ones are the ones that are the simplest. However, it's a very easy construction pattern, and so it'd be great for quilters of all skill levels. Month 2, which she just finished, so I just want to show you that was month 1. Month 2, we did some more checkerboard for the border, some more filler, and so essentially the checkerboard and the filler are, I mean, they're a different scale, but they're about the same thing. The difference is that the checkerboard for the borders are done with strip piecing, and the filler blocks are actually done sewing squares together. Because they're such small sets, it's not necessarily viewed as efficient for strip piecing it. So that is that. And then we have a couple different blocks here. So we have a small and a large. And then an alternate pattern, but very similar. This is a medium and a large. So inside this star is a 4-patch that has one solid and one half square triangle. That makes it look like a bow tie. And if we look overhead at a little step out from Heidi, she was just sharing with us with our half square triangles. We're going to talk about our half square triangles again. So with our half square triangles, we pair our blocks. We use our quick quarter ruler to mark our blocks. So I typically mark it on the light. We stitch, cut, press, and then if you are making them larger, you can trim them down. Otherwise, you just clip off the ears. Easy peasy. So you can hop on board too. Ooh, we had a lot of fun tonight, didn't we? Just going to share with you again our bundle of the week. In case if you hopped on late, I'll make sure to be putting that on the front page of our website right after our program. Next week, we have a Skinny Bolt sale on the 24th. Isn't that exciting? Skinny Bolt. So we're going to do Skinny Bolt on Friday night. So regular video on Thursday, and then Skinny Bolt on Friday. And the Friday might just have an extra deal or two as well. You just never know. I think we had fun the last Skinny Bolt, right? And there are going to be prizes just for watching. Okay, so this is our bundle of the week. Normally $39. $24.99 for our bundle. And we were inspired by the Charlie Harper fabric, which is right here. Super pretty. So I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I know we ran a little long. I always appreciate your time. Have fun shopping all of those clearance sales, either in store or online. Let me know if you need to be added to our email list, and check out all of that fun inspiration for Three Sisters gorgeous floral fabrics. Have a great night. Have a fun St. Patrick's Day. a fun March Madness weekend. Happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.